The T-72 is one of the most iconic Soviet tanks of the Cold War era. Designed by the engineers at Uralvagonzavod, it boasts a powerful gun and solid armor, but comes with trade-offs that can catch unprepared tankers off guard. Where is it most vulnerable? How do you deal with its slow turret rotation and poor reverse speed? Today we'll break down how to master the T-72 in War Thunder and unlock its full potential. Let's start with the design. The T-72 inherited a low profile from its predecessors, featuring a sharply sloped upper glacis and a flattened, rounded turret with reinforced cheeks. To assess its armor, we'll look at the earliest version, the T-72A. Against older, sub-caliber rounds and most heat shells, its armor holds up well. However, modern APF SDS rounds, such as the DM-33, fired from 120mm and later 105mm guns, can penetrate the upper front plate with ease. One partial solution to this problem is the additional armor plate installed by default on export variants, such as all T-72 M1s, including Hungarian, German, and Finnish modifications. As for the turret, the composite cheeks are the tank's strongest point, capable of withstanding shots from many rank 6 and even some rank 7 opponents. But the gun mantlet and the flat armor just beside it are much more vulnerable. Overall, the T-72 has 3 major weak points: the lower front plate, the area near the driver's position, and the mantlet. To protect these, try positioning the tank slightly above your target and angled slightly toward them, so you can fire downward while keeping your lower hull out of sight. Now let's talk about firepower. For its rank, the T-72 hits like really hard. The 3BM-22 Zakolka APF SDS round can pierce even well-armored targets, with only a few exceptions like the turret of the British Chieftain Mark X. Furthermore, the gun is reloaded by a special mechanism, meaning that even if one crew member gets KO'd, that doesn't affect reload speed. But the T-72's strengths come with trade-offs. Take mobility, for example. The MBT can reach 60 km an hour going forward, but only 4 km an hour in reverse. That said, even if it won't be the first to reach key positions, it won't lag behind either. Still, its reverse speed is worse than all its peers, including Chinese tanks with similar layouts, and older models like the T-62. Maneuvering the T-72 is an art in itself. It's important to distinguish between a full retreat and a tactical repositioning. In the first case, you should pop smokes, tap forward gear briefly, then use your momentum to pivot the tank and turn the turret toward the enemy. In the second, all you need is to reverse a bit, just enough to get behind cover or reposition. As a matter of fact, positioning is key to using the T-72 effectively, since its gun aiming speed is slower than that of other tanks. The gun elevates and depresses at just over 3 degrees per second, and depression maxes out at 6 degrees, limiting the tank's effectiveness in hilly terrain. It's a different story entirely on flat ground or gentle slopes, where you can shoot and immediately pull back. The T-72 really shines there. One useful trick when cresting a ridge is to tap the brakes. This causes the gun to dip below its normal depression limit, giving you a chance to surprise even Western tanks with a shot from an unexpected angle. Another issue with the T-72 is its survivability. The autoloader is placed right in the center of the crew compartment, so most hits to the side will result in an instant KO. To reduce risk, reposition frequently, stick to your allies, and keep your flanks covered whenever possible. This balance of strengths and weaknesses defines the T-72's ideal role. It thrives in mid to long-range engagements, especially from positions where its poor reverse speed won't put it at risk. Take the northern hills of Maginot Line, for example. Even a single meter of reverse there is enough to put you behind cover. Tactical tricks can also help, like deploying smokes while moving forward to shield your flanks from enemies that might lurk behind you. That kind of tactic works well for any tank with limited reverse speed, and the T-72A carries a generous supply of smoke grenades, so don't be afraid to use them liberally. Despite its flaws, the T-72A remains a powerful and dangerous vehicle thanks to its mix of armor and firepower. But what about the more advanced models in the lineup? The T-72B and the 1989 variant don't solve the problems of reverse speed or gun handling, but their well-armored sections have become even tougher. Most 105, 120, and 125mm rounds can only penetrate them through weak spots, which are difficult to hit at range. Now for optics. On standard models, it's neither a strong point nor a major flaw. But tanks like the T-72AV Turms and T-72M2 Moderna are a different story, as they come with high magnification sights and thermal imagers, excellent for long-range sniping. Still, even these variants lag behind Western second-generation MBTs when it comes to turret traverse and reload speed. In duels, it's wise to rotate both the turret and the hull, and aim for the enemy's gun mantlet to disable their weapon as quickly as possible. The most advanced versions, the T-72B3 and T-72B3A, address many of the original tank's shortcomings. They feature fast turret drives, powerful engines, and upgraded optics. These tanks are more versatile, equally effective at both long-range sniping and close-quarters fighting. On top of that, the T-72B3A is equipped with the Arena M active protection system, offering all-around defense. The APS is quite reliable against missiles and slower projectiles, though not enough to ignore threats like drones or helicopters entirely. The T-72 also served as the foundation for the T-90 family of MBTs. All of the tricks and tactics that work with the T-72 apply just as well to the T-90. On top of that, the T-90 comes with laser warning systems, enhanced optics, and improved turret protection. All of these features are also present on the Indian export variant, the Bhishma, though without the LWR. And then there's the T-90M, which combines the best features of both the T-72 and the T-90. Excellent turret protection, anti-fragmentation lining, armored partitions in the fighting compartment, a laser warning receiver, and fast turret traverse. Against Cold War-era vehicles, the T-72 can act as an assault tank. Against more modern vehicles, it performs best as a stealthy sniper. Well-armored and heavily armed, it's a tank that experienced players will definitely appreciate. And what about you? Which member of the T-72 family is your favorite? Let us know in the comments down below.